On to the third image from our series, this picture of the wall taken with the 12mm wide-angle lens. Looks good, so I'm just going to hit develop right away. The first thing I'm seeing that needs to be done is getting rid of these little blemishes that was on the wide-angle lens that I didn't clean off before I took it out to the shoot. I'm going to use the inpainting brush tool here and just remove these blemishes. Kind of a tedious process, but at least I can save the image. With that done, I am adding the channel preset that we created before to invert the colors of the image. Next, I'm going to add a black and white channel adjustment layer. I'm going to set the blend mode to luminosity. Using the cyan and blue sliders, I'm going to darken the sky. I want kind of a nice gradient from the top to the bottom. It's a little tricky here. It's catching most of the sky. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Now I'm going to brighten the foliage with the yellow and red sliders. Okay, that looks good. To get that gradient in the sky I wanted, I'm going to create a mask layer filled with black on top of the black and white adjustment layer. I do this by holding Alt when I press the mask button, and then that hides the layer under a mask. Now where I add white color to the mask layer, it will apply the adjustment layer to that area. I've made both ends of the gradient white now, so it's effectively applying it to the whole image. But I'm going to add a toggle in the middle and turn that to black. And there we go. It's just a gradient line now in the middle of the image that hides that adjustment layer. And we have a nice gradient coming to the horizon. I want to add a bit of yellow cast to the ground. There's a few ways I could do this, but for now I'm going to use a gradient mask. I'm going to set the left side to a yellow warm color, and then the right I'm going to make pretty much just white. Now I'll change the blend mode of this adjustment to overlay or soft light. Soft light, overlay, I think I'm going to go with soft light, turn the opacity down, something like that. Now I'm going to add another black mask like I did before and just apply it to the ground using a gradient. Bring that right up to the top of the wall there. Turn the opacity down a little bit more. Yeah, just like that. A subtle yellow color in the ground now. I'm going to add a quick touch of brightness and contrast. Just up the contrast a little bit. Up the brightness a little bit. Make it a bit more dramatic. That looks good. I'm not liking how these blue fringes around the clouds look, so I think I'm going to try to desaturate the sky towards the top of the image a little bit. I'm going to add a hue, saturation, and lighting layer on top of everything. I'm going to target the blue channel. Bring the saturation way down. That looks good. I'm going to mask it and just have that apply to the top of those clouds. There we go. I like how that looks much better. Okay, I think this photo is done. There's a bit of a strange flare here in the bottom left of the image, but I think I'm just going to leave it now. I could remove it, but it kind of adds an interesting effect.